Welcome to Mexico, everybody. In support of the charming deviant, I have this for you. Okay. I want to speak real quickly about the idea that has been expressed that planes couldn't have gotten to the hijacked planes on September 11th in time to intercept them. The basis for all of this is the hijack protocol, which requires all kinds of approvals from various levels of the government and the military. A whole lot of people have to sign off on it before you can, certainly before you can shoot a plane down, but also before you can even send a plane to intercept. The thing is, in addition to the hijack protocols, there are emergency protocols which go into effect when a plane deviates from its course or doesn't respond to questions over the radio. All kinds of circumstances that were all present in all of the flights are in accord with the emergency protocols, which is what was going on with the Payne-Stewart flight that is often referenced. So immediately when there is an emergency, then the government is contacted, the military is contacted to assist in case there's a problem, and that aspect, the emergency protocol, which is much more immediate, requires much less approval, is never spoken about in any of the conversation about why the planes weren't able to be intercepted on September 11th. What was the other point that I wanted to make? They don't just draw from their own emergency bases. There are other non-Air Force bases that have American planes. I guess they're like National Guard, just other kinds of jet fighter bases that were offering assistance on September 11th to the FAA, to NORAD, to intercept those planes, and none of it happened. The charming deviant was bringing up and debating with the real Dom about whether planes could have been in place to intercept the fighters. I'm sorry, fighters to intercept the hijacked airliners. The other point is that all the time people say truthers don't have evidence to back up their claims and everything has been debunked. The NIST report, the FEMA report, and finally the Commission report on the collapse of the towers, specifically the NIST report, which is the standard that they use to explain the collapse of the towers, goes so far as to explain how the collapse was initiated. They offer theory that the steel was weakened, which every reasonable person, nobody's saying steel has to melt to liquid before it stops supporting the weight that it's supposed to support. But anyway, they through their theory, which is what all of the debunkers are aware of, they got up to the point where the towers started to collapse, and then they didn't say anything else. They didn't offer any theory as to how the entire rest of the buildings collapsed symmetrically and pulverized all of the concrete and desks and people into this dust cloud that came out. There was some discussion of jet fuel pouring down the elevator shafts and lighting fires in other parts of the building, but unless you're trying to say that fires were burning equivalently throughout the entire building at every steel joint that broke into 20-foot lengths, which is all of them throughout the entire building, then that theory doesn't hold up, and that is kind of why the NIST hasn't tried to even explain how the collapse proceeded, only how it initiated. Also, they didn't explain what happened to Building 7. No one has explained yet what happened to Building 7. And I have one other point to make. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it here for now. But David Ray Griffin's Debunking 9/11 Debunking makes some really incredible points, and I recommend that everybody who's interested in the subject take a look at it. And these reports that are coming out now about Chertoff having a gut feeling about another terrorist attack coming. They make me really happy to be in Mexico. I hate my country, don't I? See you guys in a minute.